Yo, what's up? Welcome back to SBAA Nation. My name is Keith, aka Keystone. Guys, in today's video, we're going to do a little recap. Instant reaction Monday Night Football. Man, these primetime games last couple nights. The Tampa Bay game was great. Okay, that was a good game. Raiders game, well, geez, man. I'll tell you what, that was a snoozer. We learned a lot. We learned a lot this week. We learned that the Patriots defense really sucks and that the Chargers defense is pretty good, and maybe the Raiders are not very good. Look, we had a dabble slip. I'm about to show it to you guys. This was painful, but I'm gonna focus on the positive. You tuned into yesterday's video, guys. You really cashed in well because I gave you guys a bunch of good picks. The book play I told you could have played with Tampa Bay plus I think it was like 6.5, 7.5 plus Chargers 3.5. Very safe looking, 140 play. You cash that. The reason I said I wasn't going to set it is because I already had this position with LSU. So we went 4-1 on the books this week. That's 4 units of freaking profit plus, baby. So we will freaking take it. Monster week on the books. That's where most of my personal money goes down. I put way more on books than I do on DFS. Just because DFS is because Prizepicks limits me too, but it's just the nature of the beast. I mean, you're going for a plus 700 parlay basically, or plus 600 parlay every time you set a play that looks like this. Now, guys, this was the play I gave you guys for free on the screen yesterday. I said the goal is to hit 1 and 2. Well, we accomplished that. Higgins was close, but man, they got it done. VIP did hit another 2-pick too. We had some like 30% boost on Prizepicks, so we did get another little hit that helps. Because overall this weekend we had a lot of close misses that look just like this, man. Let me show you guys this. This is just painful. This was for 56x. Okay, we had Ibuka and Mayfield done. We had Keenan Allen and Herbert done in the first freaking half. Now, when you look at this, the reason I set it up like this, okay, we had Hampton over rushing and Thornton Jr. over receiving. Now, what I was thinking in my brain when I set this was that Chargers would have a second half lead. They'd be running the ball a little bit more, getting the clock, getting out of town, and the Raiders would have to pass. Thornton had 4 targets. He only caught 1. Geno Smith just kept airmailing everybody, would force the ball. Even when Thornton was wide open, he'd still keep forcing it to Jacoby Myers. And then, we learned also, guys, we cannot trust Amari and Hampton. Harris was the guy they used to seal this game. And he plotted his way, and then Hampton fumbled, down in crunch time. So we cannot trust Hampton going forward. When you look at a slip like this, it's easy to say, well, you missed it. But, dude, the read was freaking there. You're going to miss slips like this, guys. It's important you just keep setting it because we had another one. You saw it with the Niners where it was like 100 and, like 40x or something. And we missed it by one guy. And the backup tight end scored, of course. So, you're going to miss some slips, but I promise you, we're going to hit one of these soon. And I might make, like I said yesterday, I might make a separate video about this, but I've identified something that Dabble's doing, and I'm telling you, they are overpaying for the strategy. It's something I've never really used before, but we'll make a whole separate video about this. I do have some early line value, and I just want to celebrate all the new VIPs that got on. You really got rewarded. Especially if you were on the books this week. And the DFS guys, it was college football was about even. NFL, it was a loser. Those Prizepicks plays today draw us a lot closer back to hopefully the middle home plate off to run the numbers. But guess what? If you really stare at the slips, I mean, there's way more green than red. And we just had a couple guys let us down. So I promise you, we're going to start hitting some of these slips that look just like this on the screen, like we did last week, the week before this. So they're coming. So get pumped up. We're going to, I got a play over on Underdog for you guys. I already said it. They had a boost over there. So I went ahead and used that. I locked this in. I want to share this with you right now because I have a feeling these lines are going to go up. And then we'll go take a peek and see what Prizepicks has. Maybe we can set a little 6x play like this one we did last night that we were able to cash. We'll see what they have up. So stick around if you're new to the channel. Make sure you sub. Like I said, my name's Keith. And guys, I decided to drag this out one more day. Now, you got to be patient with my phone. And please, guys, follow the simple instructions I'm giving you. If you want on the VIP month pass for free, sign up with Betr. Use the link below. Sign up with OYNX. Use the link below. promo code SBAA on OYNX. All the instructions are down below. But when you text my phone, I need to see your translog and anything across the journey of you signing up that says referred by. Make sure you use the right promo code. Look, it's very simple. It's elementary. Okay, make sure you guys do it right, and I'll set you up on the month pass. I'm trying to keep up. Okay, there's a lot of you, so just be patient. I will get to everybody. I'm going to extend it one more day through Tuesday because I want to get you guys on the Dana White Contender Series stuff for tomorrow. It's a little trickier of a card for sure. So we may be a little lighter on the volume. Definitely maybe lower our wagers a little bit compared to what we normally throw down. But we're still going to have some looks. I promise you that. And we're going to start locking in some early college football plays. I already have a few that I sent out on Dabble. Absolutely love. We got some banger freaking games coming up in college football this week. So let's take you guys over here real quick. And yeah, it's like I said, it's going to be on Underdog. Just set it where I'm going to just be real with you guys. Just set it where you can find the best lines. I had a boost to use. And at the time when I set this, I compared them to a few other sites and these were the best lines. So yeah, Underdog, $1,000 deposit bonus, promo code SBAA. If you still need this app, it's fantastic. Especially if you like doing like drafts. Underdog's really good for drafts. They've nerfed their correlation pretty significantly so that it's not like, the greatest for that anymore. But they give a ton of boosts, and they used to give a lot of discount picks. I'm hoping they'll kind of get back to that. But look, it's just another tool in your freaking tool belt, okay? You need all the weapons of war, guys. So this is just another app that's going to give you free money. Let's get into the early pick. Like I said, Thursday Night Football, we got the Bills hosting the Dolphins. Going to be up there in Buffalo. It's a place Miami historically hasn't played the best, but I'll have to go look it up. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. I just remember, I think it had to be within the last 5 or 6 years. I remember week 3. I know it was week 3 because I remember everyone was pissed. And on everyone's survivor pool that week, like I think Buffalo literally eliminated like 70% of entries because it was a similar game like this where you just look at it and you're like, oh, there's no way they lose this at home. There's just no way they lose this game at home. Well, the Dolphins are really bad, man. One thing we do know, Devon Achane going to catch a lot of passes. He's already done that through 2 weeks. He's blown right over this line. I would play this up to like maybe 35, 36. I'd be okay with it there. Anything beyond that, that's on you. But, man, look what happens when you hop on the premium, guys. I get you the plays early. This was already set. We used a full unit on this one because that's what they were limiting me to. So we went ahead and went full unit. And that was 75% profit boost. So normally this would pay $300. We're getting an extra $150, baby. So I like Devon Achane. I think they'll be trailing. I think he's, Tua is going to have to check down. I think that's what's going to go down here. And he should be busy in the receiving game again. Wouldn't shock me if he had, 5-6 catches and racked up 30, 35, 40 yards. So. And then it's just a game script play. So we're taking one running back, hopefully playing from behind, involved in the passing game. And then we're taking another one, hopefully to have a nice rushing day and build a lead with Buffalo at home. They're 12.5-point favorites. So, they should win the game. I feel like this line's probably right where it should be. I'd probably play it up to like 66, somewhere in that range. Anything beyond that, yeah. And then I don't mind his combo yards either because we know Cook's one of these guys that can catch passes, and he's had one good game receiving and one bad one so far this season. So I don't mind that. I think it was like an 11.5. It's got a chance, but I think I prefer this or the combo a little more. So that's going to be your first free pick. We'll head over to Prizepicks too, and then I also forgot I have an idea with what we can do with this game over on OYNX. So we're going to head and pull you over here. Like I said, if you don't know what's going on with this, okay, right now, this is a brand new site. They're pushing really hard to get people to come on. So they're incentivizing me. That's why I'm hooking you guys up with the month pass. I am actually going to Memphis, Tennessee tomorrow to visit one of my friends who's going to actually be passing through. So we're going to go over there to the pyramid and, do some stuff. So on my way, when I'm in Mississippi, I'm going to set up my account tomorrow on OYNX. Now, right as of this moment, they are web browser only. Like I am on the web browser right now. Super clean, easy to navigate. However, the guy told me that they are getting up very, very soon. So we hopefully can expect that within a week or two. I'm hoping. But you can see they have all these markets, and none of these sites right now are going to have alt spreads on this. But what I was thinking here is like we're going to take a couple things I think are like very likely, right? I like the Falcons on the money line, negative 225. I feel like this is a super safe bet. And then what I would do, because this is a big spread, and could they cover it? Sure, but I mean, most of these teams are covering right now. Is kind of what's happening through 2 weeks. This is a big number. I think the Bills should roll them, right? But you could get a late cover. They could be up by 20, just take their foot off the gas. I mean, damn, if Geno Smith didn't suck, that's exactly what the Raiders could have done tonight. So I don't know, man. What I would do is I'd cut this in half. Like if this is negative 115, cutting this down to like 6.5, just taking them to win by a touchdown. You're probably looking at like negative 350 to 375. You put these two together, it's going to be right around an even money parlay, just like the one that I gave you guys. I said you can lock this in. Tampa Bay plus 7.5, Chargers plus 3.5. It hit, and that was like a negative 140. This will be closer to even money. Okay, Falcons, and then you got to wait because none of these sites. I just checked DraftKings too. None of them have the alt spreads yet. So, but they should soon because this is Thursday night. It wouldn't shock me if they had them up in a couple hours, or at least by tomorrow night. So that's a play you can lock in on OYNX. And guys, what you're gonna get when you sign up, you just put in $10. Okay, $10. That's it. $100 in free bets. Nobody's giving you an offer like that. They're new kids on the block, and I respect them a lot for making an offer. That's what you got to do when you're the new kids on the block. You got to incentivize people to come over to your place because we're all set in our ways. We all like what we like, and signing up to new apps is the fastest way to increase your bankroll. 100%. So what you'll get is 4 $25 bets. That's how they're going to distribute those. And I'm not even kidding you. There's so many opportunities for you to just turn. I mean, you could literally just turn that into 50 real dollars, the $25 bets, by simply taking a side like this, taking this side in one bet, this side in another, and then doing it twice. Just put the same bets in or do it on a different game where you're getting close to the same odds. One of them's going to hit, one of them's going to lose. If you wanted to do that on one, maybe get really aggressive on one and then maybe do like a play like I just showed you on one. I think that's the method personally. I think it's got a safety net where you're guaranteeing like you're going to turn all that into at least a little bit of real cash, and then you have upside for a lot more. So stay tuned to the show this week. What I'll do, I'll give you guys a little bit more of, I'll give you guys some more things I could do here. You could, do a Hail Mary. You could do something in that plus 1,000 range. That'd be a nice hit on a $25 free bet. We'll figure out something, but I'll try to give you guys some plays that I think that could really work. And maybe I'll just share with what I did on my OYNX. So maybe I'll give you guys the blueprint once I go set up my account tomorrow myself down there in Mississippi. All right, let's go check out Prizepicks. And like I said, guys, if you take the time to sign up, make sure you do it right. If you want that VIP month pass, you have to text me. Numbers down below. All the links to these apps are down below. So just make sure you use the right link and the right promo code, and you take screenshots when you're signing up on your phone or on the web browser. Just take me some screenshots and send it to me. Very, very simple. Okay, let's head over to Prizepicks. Oh, gee, would you look at that? We have a Patrick Mahomes free square, man. What did I tell you guys about all the weapons of war? This is why it's so important. They got a free square right here. A lot of other apps. Chalkboard had a free square this week. Underdog does free squares. Betr does free squares. It's just so important to get all the apps, guys. So let's look real quick here. I'll make a college football video for you guys all tomorrow, too. I'll give you guys that top play I just set for free. I believe it's like a 17x slip. So, all right. So a couple props if I had to kind of guess here. We think the Bills are going to win, and they're probably going to have a ton of success on the ground. So naturally, I would just take Allen under, or you could wait for his pass attempts, which they probably don't have up yet. Passing TDs. Their kicker, Matt Prater, probably a really good chance here to hit 2 field goals in a game like this. If they have a big second half lead, Trubisky might come in and they still might get into field goal range. I could see that happening. Maybe Miami plays with a little pride, forces a couple opportunities. You could go the kicking points too. He's hit this. I think he's had 10 plus in both the first 2 games. But I don't know. I kind of like the field goals here. So those are 2 you could look at. Like I said, I think I would like the Allen pass attempts more or less too, maybe even more than this, but I don't think that's a horrible look. Some other props that you definitely could look into, like you would naturally think because Tua is playing from behind that he should hit this, right? But dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this could be a really rough game. I would lean the under. I'd lean the under on Tyreek Hill too, on his receptions or receiving yards. He's had some really mixed results against Buffalo. Doesn't look like any of these last 5 were against them, but I'm kind of leaning some unders in this game, man. So I'm not going to say anything yet. I'm going to really think this through, but these are a couple props that I really do like at first glance here, guys. So Prater, more field goals, and then just a bunch of lowers on some studs. Well, I don't know if 2 is a stud. I don't even know if Tyreek's a stud anymore, to be honest with you. But those are some plays I like, and you have a free square. When I decide to set this free square play, what I will do, I'll send it out on the winnable free plan. So make sure you're at the bare minimum, the winnable free plan. If you want to hop on the premium, start crushing the freaking books, just get ready for one of these like 50 to 100 unit DFS weekends. They're coming. I saw the blueprints. We already had a taste of it in week 0 and 1 in college football and week 2. Well, I guess that's technically NFL week 1, week 2 college football. And then this week we were right there. I mean, if you would have saw the amount of slips that got one receiver missed by like 7 to 10 yards, it's coming. It is coming. So hop on, take advantage. I'm hooking you guys up with the month pass. All you got to do is sign up to a new app and basically don't fuck it up. So, yep, those are some slips, or those are some plays I like, guys. That's all I got for you. The NFL's a crazy place. There's always the old, we call it the week 3 trap. Okay, like we're 2 games in. Okay, we think we have everything. We think we know everything. We think we like, okay, we know who this team is. We know who that team is. Still a very small sample size, guys. I guarantee you something crazy is going to happen in week 3. It almost always does. And I pray that it's not this Buffalo game. If Miami goes up there and wins that game, I mean, geez Louise, dude. It would just be a stunner, a shocker. I don't think it's going to happen, but something crazy will happen. It's week 3 in the NFL, but it's fun. This is what a lot of us live for. This is our lives, our lifestyles. We love sports. We love betting on sports. And well, quite frankly, we're blessed to do it. It's never been easier. It's a great time to be alive, even though, shit sucks sometimes. I mean, the fact that you can do this at your fingertips now is just fantastic. Anytime you get an itch and say, you know what? I didn't cover this aspect of the game. I'm going to go set another play. Bam, you can do it, baby. And it's fun. So love y'all. Drop a comment. Let me know if you cashed the Prizepicks 6X slip yesterday. And that's all I got for you. Peace.